Okay, today's notes are just going to be a little bit different because we're talking about word problems. So we're going to work the word problems together tomorrow. I just want to remind us of a few things. So remember the basic form of a linear equation, y equals mx plus b. This is slope-intercept form, where b is two things. B is the y-intercept, and it is also, when we think about word problems, I want you to think about it as the beginning. The last little thing that you need to note there, because it's a y-intercept, it's going to be in the format 0, comma y. All right, slope is going to be, so m is my slope. There's a few different equations we need to remember that with that. So we already know rise over run. You all are pretty good with this y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. There is also, so I'm going to write rise over run because we talked about that one. And then we also want to talk about change in y over change in x. Remember, that little triangle is called delta. It's just a shortcut for writing change. So this is red, change of y over change of x. And then, so slope is going to be how something changes. So it's how it is changing, or sometimes we say it's how it's moving. And when we think about keywords in our word problems, our keywords are going to be per, that's a keyword, or each, that's another keyword that you may want to remember. The last note that I want you to take is just that slope, if slope is a number bigger than 1, so, and we'll actually kind of say this a different way, the bigger the slope, the steeper the line. And then if we say the smaller the slope, and we said that when we were thinking about fractions, so the smaller the slope, the less steep is the line. Today we're going to specifically be talking about comparing functions. Also, when we talked about our y-intercept, the bigger the number, so if it's larger, so if b is larger, it's going to start higher. It's going to start higher if b is larger. Or we can say it's going to start lower if b is smaller. So you just need to know all of those things. Keep that in mind. And those are really going to be our only notes for today, because we're going to talk about problems together tomorrow. So just make sure you have that written down on a piece of paper when you come into class tomorrow morning. That's how you're going to get your points. You need to have watched this, but you really need all of that written down. So don't just watch it, write it down so that you can get your points.